The Foreign Secretary, is it Cleveley or something like that his name is?
The Prime Minister now.
The Prime Minister's, what's his name, is it Starmer, isn't it?
He's changing everybody's benefits and everything.
He's absolutely evil, Starmer.
He's trying to give older people fucking, like, you could say like wee bits of paper.
Did you see that leaflet there?
To go and get their grub.
Turn it over the other side. Thanks very much. So our country's getting overrun and we're saying no to it, mate. That's basically what we're saying, you know. We don't want our country to be have a white minority of indigenous people.
They get a house, they get everything. And
they're getting put before Clydebank people. What does the MP McCallister say about that?
It's not just that, mate. It's everybody else who just comes here. And look, we've also got homeless people up the fucking town already.
That's right, mate. That's right.
They can't get a fucking house, but everybody
and
else.
Then we've got fake violin players there on the bridge, kidding on they're playing the violin.
No, man, it's fucking
It really is. See you later, mate. Enjoy your leaflet. Good morning and welcome to the Nevermind the Bollocks court here down at Clydebank. And are you from Clydebank?
No, I'm from Paisley.
You're from Paisley. Well, you're just out of the water. It's the same air that we breathe, isn't it?
Yep.
So, what's your thoughts on the Starmer government pushing for the war in Ukraine and wanting to send our troops over there?
I think Starmer's off his head.
He's criminally insane, isn't he?
He's not got a clue.
He's off his head. What do you think about the immigration into our country?
It's just out of control.
It really is.
Out of control. You don't know who anybody is. Oh, from what I've seen, it's all fighting age males. I've not seen any women or children at all.
Aye, and they're just all grafting. They're just grafting, and then we've got these Romanians who are here kidding on that they're playing the violin, they're miming. We're here, we're campaigning for the farmers, we're campaigning for the migrants being adored, and our pensioners, our old people are getting ignored, and just walk about as if they own the place. You know, doing well, best of treads on the feet and all that, best of jeans and all that. You know, but he's not working.
No.
Yeah,
no.
He's better off than us. Better off than us. So we're campaigning for the veterans. Veterans got a raw deal in Britain.
Aye.
You know, they're wanting our people to... We've got 2,200 veterans on the street in Britain. We've got homeless people all over Clydebank, indigenous homeless people, and the migrants have been put in front of them all the time.
Aye.
And then we've got commies on the left saying, but it's the billionaires, it's the billionaires. It's, well, they might have a point that it's the billionaires that's funding it and forcing them into the country, paying them, giving them phones and all that. Like, they're walking about with the best of bags on and all that. Yeah? So what are you up to today?
Nothing, I'm just finished work, I'm just heading home myself.
You're just heading home, well, don't say where you work or anything like that. But it's, so we're campaigning for James Costello to be freed. James Costello, he got the jail for reading out a book online. Reading out a
Seriously?
book. He got 5 years for reading out a book. The Reverend James Costello. He's supposed to be getting out in November, and we're saying that we want a ceasefire for all the wars. We're saying that no British blood for the Ukraine war, and we're pointing out to people that by 2066 in the UK as a whole, we will be a hated white minority.
Oh, I believe
so
that.
we're the patriotic alternative. You've got the link on the leaflet. Have a wee look when you get home.
Aye.
And if you can get it photocopied, give it out to your trusted people. How you doing? Nice to see you. Your trusted people at your work. I mean, don't get to everybody because you don't want to compromise your position, you know what I mean?
No, I'm quite angry about this, I know. I said to my missus, I'm out here in 5 years. This country's finished.
A lot of people are moving to Cyprus and places like that. Norway, right?
I want to go.
Not all the Scandinavian countries are all knackered, mate. They're like here.
Are they?
They're being absolutely carpet bombed with Syrians. They're being carpet bombed with Africans. They're being carpet bombed with...
What's the agenda behind this? What is it?
Well,
it's
it's
for Chief of Labour or?
It's the Kalergi plan. They put it down as a conspiracy theory. So Kalergi in 1923 had come up with this idea of replacing the white European nations with brown people to make a more subservient culture, to destroy our history and things like that. Just because a certain group who can't be named see the Western nations as the biggest threat to them.
Aye.
You know, you only need to look at who's on the board of directors of BlackRock and things like that to find out who that group is.
Yep.
Alright mate,
Aye.
thank you very much for taking the time to come and
Cheers,
speak
mate.
to me.
Cheers, that's quite...
Being the most popular name in Scotland, is that not terrible?
Aye. It's a
Is that not
disaster.
terrible? But what it tells us is that these people are coming in here and they're absolutely breeding.
Aye, outbreeding us.
And what we should be doing is we should be outbreeding them.
Yep.
But for many different reasons, white people aren't having children. They've got mortgages in their head. They're choosing careers and things like that, working for these corporations. At the end of it, they'll regret it by saying, I should have had Waynes. Because the Waynes that we have got are going to be an absolutely hated racial minority. And in the classrooms here in Scotland, by 2037, white children will be the minority.
Right. I can believe that easy. Right.
We're in big trouble. We need to get white people to have more children. You know, take a leaf out of these immigrants' book and start having Waynes. They're having Waynes to try and slow down the deportation process and all that. But just because if I'm born in a stable, it doesn't make me a horse.
Yep.
So if they're born in Scotland, it doesn't make them Scottish. They still stay in their ethnic bubble. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't make them Scottish.
Or at the very least, integrate into our fucking...
Can it be done? They can't integrate. They've proved that.
Aye. I think I've proved it now.
There is no integration. Like the Romanians playing over that bridge, for example, they're not integrating.
No.
They're just grifting.
Aye.
You know what I mean? Grifting.
They don't care about Britain at all, do they?
Well, they're only looking after themselves, aren't they?
Get their money and go home.
They should just get sent back. I mean, they're jumping about with bus passes and all that. They're jumping about. So their own benefits. They've got the rent rebate.
I want to know that. How do you get a free bus pass?
They get absolutely everything
I
that's
need to
going.
sit in a pish stained bus seat. 21 quid it is for me to get a weekly ticket on the bus.
Aye,
That's why I use this.
they get the ticket.
It's like United Nations going on a bus now.
It really is, and it's not that. It's scary on the buses as well. I mean, how many of these people are carrying knives?
You don't know?
But I mean, I know that there's some white people that will carry knives, but there's a majority of them carrying knives, and they're attacking white people. You only need to look at that what happened down in London with the party.
Aye.
That was the folk that were British.
The lassie that got raped at fucking Cowcaddens. Do you know about that?
What happened in Cowcaddens?
The lassie was raped by an immigrant.
Oh, that's right. Aye, the
Just
lassie
as,
with the learning difficulties. Aye, that's right. And then there was another rape up in Falkirk, where it was an Afghan migrant got hold of a 15-year-old lassie. She said I'm underage and all that, and he still raped her.
Aye.
He raped her.
That's in their religion, but in it as well, some of that.
Well, I've heard it said, mate, you know, folk are calling out for the Muslims to be banned, but they should be banning, if they ban the Muslims, they need to ban the Jews as well, because they're just as bad.
Aye.
You know? They say this is a Christian country, and the forces at work trying to make us have a war with the Muslims, and we need to do everything in our power to stop that, because we'll get hurted and they'll get hurted. That's not the way forward.
No.
No, we want to protect all races, nations and ethnicities, and we want to help them back to their own country. That's what our plan is. Thank you.
No, please.
Leo, and Leo's here to support the Never Mind the Bollocks Squad. Leo's our guard dog. Say hi to Angela, Leo. Say hello. Right. You need to give a wee clap. Give a wee clap. I've got you in vid. When you go. It's alright. It's no. And we've got the Never Mind the Bollocks jury here. I've just got your feet in, and I'll quickly read out my wee bit. We're out supporting the farmers. This is Never Mind the Bollocks jury here.
Mate. I'm on my way to the rally on Friday.
Oh, you're going to Birmingham?
Yep.
Are you looking forward to it?
I'm looking forward to it actually.
Right, so are you looking forward to all the speeches and all that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what do you think about this carry on in the Reform Party now, where they've got that guy under investigation for...
Oh yeah, what's his name again? Like Rupert Lowe or something?
Rupert Lowe.
Aye, what was it he was even getting in trouble for?
I don't know, mate. I just don't like to see them tearing themselves apart.
Aye, I get that, yeah.
They're tearing themselves apart, and it's like the minute he stands up for white people and then he's getting hauled over the coals.
Exactly. Mate.
This is a problem that we seem to be getting with Reform. So we need to focus on getting our country back, and
Absolutely,
they're busy pandering to the woke left. That's what they're doing. and the thing is that it's the only show in town, I think. It's the only show in town, and it's Nigel. He's the brand.
Yes.
He's the brand, and if you look what he done with UKIP.
Absolutely.
And he left, and look at them now. They're parading about with the multicultural mob and all that, telling us.
Exactly, man.
And this is what's going to happen to Reform. Nigel will drop Reform. I think Nigel likes being the controlled opposition. I don't really think he really wants in his heart of hearts the range of leadership, because if he does, he's going to cook to the nut jobs Israel.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. But, you know, I mean, I'm still going to be voting them anyway because...
Me too.
Yeah, because...
Me too. They're the only show in town.
They are the only show in
So
town.
are you going to try and be an MP?
I mean, I would love to be an MP one
Right,
day.
well, stand down here.
I would absolutely campaign. I would be a very right-wing politician.
Right, okay.
Very right-wing,
But
pro-right-wing.
people do want socialised solutions.
Aye, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, there we've got the Scottish Government under Swinney. Swinney the swine, and they're taking the concession fare
Yep.
off disabled people, off pensioners,
Oh,
making them pay.
It's outrageous.
So it'll be £4.40 for Clydebank return into the city instead of £1.50. Now that's a massive hike.
It is.
A massive hike. And yet they're giving these bus passes out to these as foreigners.
Oh, yep. All
Left, right,
these
centre.
foreigners, they're coming in, we're giving them everything, and we're not even putting our own people first.
Now, what they want to do with our people is they want to take us into a war in Ukraine
Absolutely, yeah, exactly.
and kill us off along with the Ukrainians and the Russians.
Yep.
Because the thing that we've got in common is we're white Europeans.
Aye, exactly, mate.
That's what they're trying to do. That's what the agenda is.
Yep. I know
So
it's...
we're going to do our wee bollocks court and read out our wee bit now and talk about the MP
Aye, yes.
for down here. So that'll be interesting, and give you a couple of leaflets. And we've got the bollocks jury down with us today. So
Is the MP coming down, the new? Or?
no, he's just been in absentia. He's been put in trial in the Nevermind the Bollocks court. We
Oh,
tried him in absentia, mate.
Aye, because I did hear that there was somebody from Reform that was like doing it in Scotland or something. Don't know if it's from here or whatever.
Well, they're welcome. Well, we would make them welcome here
Absolutely, yeah,
anyway.
we
We'd
would.
make them welcome.
I'm sure they would like this. You know, they would like. This.
Well, it's a lot of our talking points that
Yeah.
they're talking about is,
Like, we're just sort of highlighting the most important things. You know,
yeah,
like the no farmers, no food man. That's you know.
it just makes sense, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
And it can be seen for the bridge. People see this sticking out. Well, leaflet, mate. You leaflet. There you go. Thank you very much. This is the Nevermind the Bollocks court here at Clydebank. And what we're doing is we're talking about all these issues that you can see on the radical banners. And what we do is we interview people. We don't put faces up or anything like that. We just ask people what their opinion is of the banners that they've seen as they go by. What's your thoughts?
That was the one that lost first.
Yeah, the white minority, 2066. Well, it's actually going to be sooner. It's going to be 2037 in Scotland.
What do you make of it?
It's horrendous. What's it going to be like for our Waynes? What's diversity going to look like? We're getting passed over for jobs and houses now. ScotRail have got a preference for hiring African people.
Like, imagine a country where there's less of your own people and there's more of foreigners.
Like Belgium, for example.
Yeah.
Remigration, mate. That's the message we're sending out
yes.
today. Remigration. Send them back. Send them back. Deport, not support.
Deport, I like that saying.
Deport, not support. That's.
Support, absolutely.
He's miming on that violin over there. He's not playing. The folks still give them money.
Yep.
Well, thanks very much for coming to the Nevermind the Bollocks court, mate.
Oh yeah, of course, mate.
I think there is the idea that we have to insist on our borders. There is something racist about that.
Right, so you believe that people who, like Tim Montgomery, say there should be managed or strong national borders are implicitly racist?
I think there is.
Tonight the music seems so loud. I wish that we could lose this crowd. Maybe it's better this way. We'd hurt each other with the things we want to say. We could have been so good together.
Welcome to the Nevermind the Bollocks court down here at Clydebank on Wednesday the 26th of March 2025. And today on trial in absentia is Douglas McCallister MP.
Now, he got in with a 19,312 majority, and he beat that wee SNP horrible guy, Martin Docherty Hughes, who only got 13,302 votes. So, McCallister voted against allowing the terminally ill people to be killed off, and to that's to his credit. He's obviously looking over his shoulder at the Christian vote. However, we want to know, Mr. McCallister, why you have consistently allowed the replacement of Clydebank people with foreigners. Clydebank has been carpet bombed by Africans, Asians, Arabs and Vietnamese. Clydebank indigenous people are consistently last in the queue, especially with the new build housing.
Well paid, and they should only be doing one job. Be interesting to have a wee look about what your actual interests are, and how you're wanting to raise living standards of people down here in Clydebank. Yeah, you voted against scrapping the two-child benefit crap, and so that really is a negative reinforcer for white indigenous people to have more children. And you also mentioned about the winter heating plan being means tested, which you voted for, which means that indigenous pensioners down here in Clydebank, who are a couple of pennies over the threshold, are passed over for the winter heating allowance. So there's silence for McCallister on the Ukraine war. There's absolute silence for him, because we are being absolutely hammered. If you look at what's happening here down in Clydebank and Scotland as a whole, the concessionary travel scheme is people are, the pensioners is gone from £1.50 return into Glasgow up to £4.40 with ScotRail. ScotRail, who has a preference for hiring sub-Saharan African foreigners. You pay lip service to ending the Gaza war, but you won't call out what the problem is, Mr. McCallister. Like the rest of these MPs, you're an absolute imposter. And we will be putting it to the Bollox jury today, and your sentence will be going into Avisandum, and then 27 days' time, they'll report back here with your sentence. Thank you.